just doing what Miami Dolphins do. The pressure, he's in trouble. Loses the football. Touchdown! Got it! You have got to be kidding me. Jalen Waddle. It's a Dolphin touchdown. Throwing deep upfield on the near side. Man open. Touchdown! Looking deep. He's got a man. Touchdown! The run from Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown! He's going deep. It's not open. A touchdown! Beautiful day to be a Dolphin fan. Let's go!
What is good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason. We are back here for another one for the fifth quarter post-game show as the Miami Dolphins are officially 5-1. Yes, that is the deal. Your Miami Dolphins right now, as it stands, ladies and gentlemen, guys, I'll show y'all right in front of you. So you can see it, and there's zero doubt about it right now. As it stands, the AFC, it goes through, the AFC East goes through the Miami Dolphins as they're 5-1, sitting at top right now. If the Bills lose today, that is going to be huge. And you look at the playoff picture right now, just saying right now, the 1 and 2 spot are the Miami Dolphins. Whew. So interesting stuff as we go along here. And ladies and gentlemen, the Miami Dolphins, they are on fire right now. I'm going to throw the link in the comment section if you want to join, if you want to come and give your thoughts. The link is in the description for all of y'all right now. But man, the Dolphins on a great performance from Tyreek Hill. Another magnificent performance, really, when you look at it. And we'll go over it here for all of you so you can see exactly what the deal was. Man, what a great performance by Tyreek Hill. This man just continues. This man just continues to put in the work. I mean, you're talking about 6 receptions for 163 yards and a touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, 21 of 31 for 262 and 3 interceptions as well. Raheem Mostert, 17 carries for a solid 115 yards as well. Chris Brooks, 6 carries for 28. He's got an ankle injury. That's what has been diagnosed at. Obviously, he never came back. Adam Thielen put in the work over there for the Carolina Panthers with 11 receptions for 115 yards. But the defensive side, David Long came for 11 tackles, 4 of those solo. And again, obviously, 23 to 21 first downs for the Dolphins, 7 of 13 on third down. Why does that matter? The Panthers with a number 3 third down defense heading into this game, as well as the number 5 pass defense. And we saw what Tua and Tyreek did. Then they just shredded them apart. So you look at 424 total yards to 296, 162 yards in total for the Dolphins rushing, 5 for 5 in the red zone. Gotta love that. And the possession, I mean, remember after the first quarter, it was like just over 11 minutes to the Panthers and just under 4 minutes for the Miami Dolphins. And look at how it ended, man. You know, I mean, we're talking about this. I mean, you see up here 14-0 after 1. And the Miami Dolphins then proceeded to score, what was it, 35 unanswered points before the pick 6. And then the pick 6 happened, obviously. And then that was followed up with that great Salvin Ahmed run. So that was good stuff. But the Miami Dolphins, they're 5-1. They got it done today. And man, it's a beautiful day to be a Dolphin fan right now. We've been saying this a lot lately. We're going to be able to celebrate another victory Monday. But guys, we're going to talk about this game when we bring you up here. That's for sure. But also, let's be real here. The focus for a lot of us now has all shifted to the Philadelphia Eagles. We're not dumb. We know what the deal is. And listen, you know, that's going to be a big game next week. Prime time, obviously. But, you know, man, enjoy it right now. The Dolphins are 5-1 for the first time since 2002, ladies and gentlemen. 2002. And we ain't done. We are only 6 games into the season. We already have, man, I know y'all ain't thinking I'm crazy for that 14-3, and I don't want to care. You beat who's on the schedule. You beat who's in front of you. And I've already answered the call. Everyone says we haven't won a big game or statement game. What was the opening game of the season again? Remind me. Against a MVP favorite, Herbert, a playoff favorite, Los Angeles Chargers in their house. And what did we do? So, you know, I'm just saying, right? The Browns are up 19-17 on the San Francisco 49ers right now. They're about to kick a field goal, 3rd and 7. And I'm watching this right now on Red Zone. And the kick is up. The kick is, wow, he missed it. It went to the right. Wow. That is crazy stuff. Anyways, I see all y'all in the chat right now. Smash that like button. There is over 218 of you. Come on, man. Let's get to over 100 likes. Smash that like button. We've got over 50 already. The Dolphins are 5-1, people. We had more people interested. See, that's what I'm telling y'all why we won a big game. When we beat the Chargers, everyone was more interested in the Chargers. We're 5-1, man. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I need to see y'all in the chat smashing that like button. Let's get y'all up here. I'm going to start bringing all y'all up here in just a minute or two. So bear with me. I see there's already a couple of you backstage. Man, listen, I told y'all when we lost to the Bills, it was evident you needed to win from here on out because we are so good at home. We are so good at home right now. We have been one of the best home teams in football over this season. And, since McDaniel got here, we got to continue this. We need home field advantage. If we get home field advantage in that first round, ladies and gentlemen, man, this is one of those teams where you feel like they get that first playoff win and it's going to snowball. Once they learn how to win, it's just going to snowball. It's going to build up. It's going to get better and better and better and better. So, man, a lot to be hopeful for as we move forward here. Over 225 of you in the room, smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. Let's go ahead. We'll bring a couple people up here. We got Hooked Up Joe.
What up?
Robert, you got to turn down the noise in the background for you, bro. Hooked Up Joe, let's start with you, man. What's on your mind, bro?
All right. It was an awesome game, as we all know. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you can hear you just fine.
All right. I thought it was hilarious how they were fake acting after Wilkins pushed the quarterback just barely,
Yeah,
and
you're
he
talking about
fell
the Cam
backward.
Good. Yeah, Cam Good when he fell back. You're muted now. You're muted. FYI.
Is that better reason?
Yeah, that's better for you.
Nah.
But Joe's muted for some reason on his end.
You can't hear that. Okay.
There you go. Now I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay, the funny thing was when Wilkins pushed the quarterback and he fell over acting, and then Wilkins did the same thing when the defensive guy came over and said, "Oh, he hit me," and then that one where they bunched helmets and our player fell over backwards. That was an acting job. He was just acting. His hands flailed in the air. It was just funny, and we got 30 yards off of that acting job, and we got so many touchdowns, I had to switch to 7-ounce beers on every touchdown. I mean, look at that.
Were you taking fireball shots before that? What were you doing before
Oh,
that?
no,
Man?
I was doing full-size beers, but, you can only drink so many when you're a small guy. So,
and you're drinking the Coronas too, attaboy. Drinking the Cerveza.
Right.
Drinking the Cerveza.
Thanks for having me on.
No problem, man. Robert, what's on your mind, dude?
Dude, happy to be 5-1. Happy to see the Niners choke. Hate the Chris Brooks injury because I love watching that guy run. Did you actually end up hitting your parlay? Did that stick?
Yeah. I hit the Tyreek Hill parlay 1,200.
Congrats, my man.
1,260 to be precise.
Congrats.
And if Tyreek Hill if Jalen Waddle would have had over 125 yards, I would have had another 1,800.
God damn. What app are you betting with?
FanDuel.
Yeah.
Okay, they didn't have Chris Brooks on the parlays too. I would have lost money because I would have taken some Chris Brooks parlays, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I would have expected Chris Brooks to have a bigger game today.
Well, he just ran better even later in the game than what Salvon Ahmed had that one good touchdown run. But other than that, he was pretty pedestrian when they were giving the ball. And, Chris Brooks, dude, this man stiff-armed one guy into another to open up a hole for him to run through. That was ridiculous.
And then he's still corkscrewed at the back end of it, too, to get more yards out of it. That run was nuts.
Yeah, man, he's exciting to watch, and it sucks, man, like that. I think it's bad. They're diagnosing it as an ankle injury. So I think it's not I don't think it's a good situation right now.
I mean,
So,
even if we don't see him again this year, because we only have like the 2 slots left on IR.
yeah.
So even if we don't see him again this year, I would still rather it not be an Achilles or an MCL.
Mhm.
Because I think
Yeah.
those are a little harder to come back from, but I'm
For
not a
sure.
doc.
Well, it's an ankle. They said they diagnosed it as an ankle.
So yeah, it
So,
might be done for the year, but I don't think that breaks him for the long term.
well,
And I'd
I
rather
hope
have him
not.
for a couple of years.
I hope he's not done for the year. My lord, it looked pretty bad though, man. Like he
It
was
did.
grimacing pretty bad in pain there.
Dude, you heard him scream on the field.
I actually didn't hear the scream because I had my.
No, he
headphones.
did. He said either shit or damn in the middle of the play on the field. Like you could hear it.
Well, yeah, you saw how they fell on that right leg, right? Like that
It
wasn't
didn't
pretty.
look good at all.
And that could have
So
been any of our players, which is why you want to have your fourth string out. I mean, it's hard on Brooks, but it could have been somebody else.
yeah, most.
I mean, in all honesty, I'd really view Ahmed as more of a 4-string than I do Brooks.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Well, Jeff Wilson's going to be active next weekend. I can pretty much tell you guys to take whatever bet you want to take with Jeff Wilson next week because he's going to be active. There's not going to be a choice. It's going to be Ahmed, Jeff Wilson, and what's his face, Mostert next week for sure. Will, what's on your mind, dude? Oh my God, did you see that hit Devontae Adams just took? Oh my God. Whoo! Devontae Adams just got lit up. Ball popped up into the air and got picked off. He got destroyed coming over the middle on a slant. There goes Will. He's out of here.
Are you watching the Pats game right now?
I'm watching Red Zone. Dude, they got Malik Cunningham in right now for New England.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not even Mac Jones right now.
Oh, I have to go look at that. Like, so I hope the Pats end up like a 6-8, or no, what would it be, like 6-11 record or something like that?
6-11, yeah.
Something just to knock them out of those top 6 picks, so they can waddle and pain for another 5 years.
Another good update too today was that we got from Adam Schefter that Achane is expected back after the bye. First game after the bye, Achane will be back. Now Mac's in. I guess they only brought Mac sacked. I guess they only brought him in for a play.
Oh.
Shout out to you, Joe, for becoming a channel member. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man, it's nuts. I don't even know what to make of it all.
Dude, all I know right now is the AFC East. Well, first of all, Tampa Bay's jerseys are absolutely fantastic today. They're wearing the creamsicle stuff. And second of all, the AFC East right now rolls through Miami. That's all I know.
Do you think there's any chance Buffalo loses tonight?
I don't think so. I mean, hey, it's any given Sunday. But if you were to ask me what are you going to bet on? I'm certainly not betting on them to lose tonight.
No, I won't put money on it, but I want to see it.
I think we all want to see it because then we get to talk crap if they lose to the Giants after we just beat them the way we did. But, hey, listen, if anyone knows the weaknesses, the strengths and weaknesses of Josh Allen, it's Brian Dabble.
Yeah.
The show asked me, what are my thoughts on Liam? My thoughts were, I got to watch the tape. I wasn't complaining a lot about him, but there were some pass plays, especially early on, that we got penetration up the middle and it caused either two rushers order of operations or whatever the case may be. But overall, it was a far, far, far better performance than what we saw against the Broncos. So I got to give Liam Eichenberg the devil his due on that.
If we don't get a deal done with Connor Williams, would you be comfortable if they went with Liam and
No.
Can I say something about this?
Of course, go ahead.
I said that with Liam in the game, we're not going to get 40-something points. We're going to get 20-something points, and I love being wrong.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, and hey, listen, look at our defense today. Our defense really only allowed 14 points. And man, I called the chat bipolar because it always is bipolar during during game day. And I mean, the meltdowns when they're only up 14-0. It's like people forgot we got the most explosive offense this league's seen over the first 6 weeks of an NFL season. It's like everyone forgot. And then look at that. 35 unanswered points, a pick 6 on a bad, awful decision by Mike White. And then we still answered with a touchdown back. Bari, you're up, buddy. Let's hear what's on your mind.
You can hear me?
I can hear you perfectly, brother.
Hey man, salute to you. Salute to everybody in the panel and the viewers, man. 5-1 feels great, you know. I'm young. I'm a younger Dolphin fan. I'm only 21, so this is like the best team I've ever seen since 2016. And this team,
Same here. Yep.
this team is just.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this, Bari. Because, you know, we're YouTube. I'm a YouTuber, Doug. We're all YouTubers. We watch the views and stuff. This 2-game winning streak, I get it. We haven't been beating good teams, but we went 4-0 for the first time since 2003, and we went 5-1 for the first time since 2002. Yet everyone was more interested in us going 1-0 against the Chargers. It's absolutely it's nuts, and everyone was more interested. Obviously, us listening to the Bills. You guys said this is the best team you've ever seen. Are you guys shocked that we're 5-1, but the fan excitement around the team doesn't feel like it? It's more so a snobby, oh, well, we haven't seen it in 21 plus years, but we expect it. So I don't want to hear anything until, you know, the Eagles or the Chiefs. How do you look at that? Because, I mean, that's a very interesting situation to me because a lot of people haven't seen this in their lifetime, but because it's expected, they're treating it like it's just anything.
Yeah, like I look at it as like the Bills game leaves a bitter taste in our mouths because like we was hyped up. You know, we dropped 70. Tua goes to LA, gets his revenge versus the Chargers. We was building momentum and we just
and
got
what we
dropped back.
did against the Bills last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So we got dropped back down to earth against the Bills, and like we got hyped up. We still have to show we gotta like beat Buffalo in Buffalo. But then again too, like this team has shown like outside of the Buffalo game, this team can put up points. This team can hang with damn near any other team. I feel like, and another thing too, people don't talk about, we're 5-1 with a bunch of injuries, a bunch of key players that's not playing.
Yep.
Jalen Ramsey's not playing. Armstead's in and out the lineup. We just lost Achan. And we're still winning games. And Connor, exactly. So
and Brooks too.
I think exactly. And now I think if we keep up this pace, week 18, if we play the Bills and that game really matters, when we have Jalen Ramsey back, hopefully Armstead is back, Achan's back, and plus, bro, we have one of the best home field advantages in like the entire NFL, bro. Like no one wants to come down here and play us, especially late in the season when it get hot. So, yeah, man, I think Miami has something to build special. Like I'm gonna be honest, D2's game was some get right games though. We have to get like going to these next 3 stretch of games. My key is to go into the bye at least 2-1 out of this stretch. Get 2 wins. I'm confident we can beat the Patriots. I just need to see. We got to beat either one of the Eagles or the Chiefs. Just beat one of them. Go 2-1 into the bye, and then all the troops come back. We get all our dogs back. That's all I need.
That was spot on.
It goes back to the preseason panel when I was looking at all these predictions from when I was doing the panel with everyone, like Dougley and all those guys, and everyone had us getting swept by the Eagles and the Chiefs, and I'm like, this team's just too good. And now I'm sitting here 6 weeks in, we're too good. Like I agree with you. I think we go 2-1 at worst on that stretch. You know what I mean? Like, and there's a chance this team they could go 3-0 on that stretch with the level they're playing at right now. And listen, even if we come out 7-2, we've put ourselves in a position where even if we go 1-2 on that stretch, we come out 6-3 heading into the bye, which is obviously not ideal given we're 5-1 right now.
Because we handle business on the road in the beginning of the season. That's why.
Early on, look at you know, people want to talk about, you know, our strength of schedule or the teams we beat. But look at the road when, like, first 3 games of the season, we had to win all 3 games different ways. And, you know, I know we didn't get that statement win in Buffalo. I get that. But I'm like you. I think we're going to, when our guys are healthy, and when it matters in week 18, I think we're going to slap them at home. Okay. And, I'm going to say this too. People seem to forget that opening. Herbert was an MVP favorite. The Chargers were a playoff favorite. And we did that in SoFi after what they did to us last year. We opened the season with a statement game. We've had 2 so far. We're 1-1, and now we got our third chance here. And I think, dude, listen, I think Connor's going to be back. I am worried about, Jalen Carter's doing some special. I know he's out this weekend, but he has 30 pressures already as an intern. He's not even starting, and he has 3 sacks. Like, he's just doing special things. Their front is very, very good. They can do a lot more damage than, Derek Brown didn't even really look that good today. I know he's hurt and stuff, but their front really didn't even look that great. I think the Philly front can get, it's prime time at home for them. They're going to get after it a little bit more than obviously what we saw today. So it's going to be a good challenge. So let's keep it going. Brian, I'll come back to you, Bari. Brian, let's get your thoughts, and then we're going to go to British Fin Fan after you.
All right. So yeah, my thoughts on this game is that, I know, like, when they were first playing at first, like, I was a bit nervous at first because being down 14-0. But the good thing about that is that, they bounced back. They got a couple touchdowns in that drive. They scored. The defense stepped up when they needed to. Now, I know there were some plays that the defense didn't do as great as I hoped they would. But when they got the sacks and the pressure, that's what I really like to see. Like, especially that pressure. I know their offensive line was a bit banged up, but we still got some pressure on them and a couple sacks, which was crucial in that game. And the special teams did better. Bro, when Cameron Good did that, it was funny, bro. It was funny. But yeah, I was hoping Tua would get 300 plus yards, but hey, he got 3 touchdowns. I'll take it. So it's still pretty good. Yeah, and then the defense, they stepped up and they did good.
What did you say about the defense? Did you cut off there?
Oh yeah. So, yeah, I was saying that the defense, they did pretty good. They were good.
Yeah. It had some of y'all worried in the chat early on, but they got it going. You damn right. You better put that money in my account, FanDuel. British Fin Fan, what is going on? What did you add some class to it? What did you see today?
Yeah, I think despite McDaniel sort of telling the team not to take this Carolina challenge lightly, and I think that first quarter we were still half asleep, weren't we? And we weren't really at the races. Let them get a couple of touchdowns on us, but then we seemed to wake up after that and sort of get back into the game. Played a lot of, it looked like a lot of soft coverage at times, didn't it, from Fangio? But not a lot of blitzing again, but keeping everything in front of us. But managing to get some third downs and get them off the field, and then offense took control. So I think, going back to what you were saying earlier, I think a lot of fans are just itching to see a clean game on both sides of the ball, so they complement each other, the offense and the defense. If we can get that, and I think we'll need that if we're going to beat Philadelphia. I think we're going to need that kind of performance from both sides of the ball, especially with the strong offensive and defensive line that Philadelphia have got. They're really strong in the trenches. So we're going to, I think that a lot of fans maybe not dissing the 5-1, obviously, but I think we're just wanting to see that really good, strong game on both sides of the ball. But we had enough in the tank today to on the offensive side of things to take care of Carolina. Good to see Christian Wilkins getting a couple of sacks. Obviously, we all know that, he's after a new contract, and a lot of fans are saying, well, he doesn't get enough sacks. Well, he got a couple today, so he's doing his chances of getting a new contract. No harm there. Waddle still has some catching issues at times. Sometimes he's not, he saw one go straight through his hands and that. But Tyreek was amazing once again, wasn't he? That guy's going to smash 2,000 yards. He's just incredible.
He's incredible.
I've never seen such a dominant wide receiver like that. He's just amazing. We're lucky to have him. What a trade, Chris Greer. What a trade. Amazing.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
Yeah. So yeah, we're 5-1, first time in over 20 odd years. So that's brilliant. That's, we're still top of AFC East. We've got the massive challenge coming up now, but we've got players coming back. Hopefully Connor's going to come back. And yeah, the clock's ticking now to Jalen Ramsey's return. I can't wait for that. Ever since we traded for that guy, I've been itching to see him in a Dolphins uniform. It's just unfortunate he got injured, but when that guy's back, I think we'll start to see more of the because we're a bit down in interceptions. We're not getting a lot of interceptions on the team, but I think once Ramsey comes back, you'll see that stat change as well. I think we'll start to get more picks and things like that. So yeah, 5-1 on we roll, baby. Good times.
Love it. Love it. I know, Barry, you had something you were going to add, and I cut you off to get to thoughts. Do you remember what it was? There goes Barry out.
I do have something to add.
Go ahead, Joe.
That I haven't heard. The adjustments. We started off, and after we adjusted, we saw what they were doing and what we were not doing right. And we adjusted, and the defense allowed us 0 points after the adjustment. The offense got a 40 burger after the adjustment. And having top-level coaches that can adjust not at halftime, but after the second or third drive shows the professional level of the coaching. And with, second year in on McDaniel, it's just the sky's the limit.
And look at, what are we talking about? We're 5-1 and Tua's healthy, baby. And Tua's slicing and dicing over here, man. That's the number 5 pass defense. And we went through it like a hot knife through butter.
And Hill is not only is he fantastic on the field, but off the field doing have you ever seen a selfie backflip in your life? He streams live on Twitch. He talks to fans. He jumps over the field. He goes and visits a fan and gives them a signed ball. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a fan's player. You have a coach's coach. He is the consummate fan's player that I've ever seen. And we're so lucky to have him on and off the field just because he's who he is. He's freaking awesome.
Bro, did you see you saw the video of him giving the ball back, what he did? Did you see him surprise that fan at the restaurant and stuff?
Yeah.
He's a class act, man. Like, that's what I said, going back to that whole thing that went down with him and at the marina and stuff. Listen, the thing that went down, you knew he was clearly not the aggressor, and clearly someone was saying some not nice stuff to him, because honestly, he's been a consummate professional and leader since he came to Miami. I can't say enough good things. Chiefs fans and all these people tried to warn us and scare us off. It's the same thing with Butch Barry almost. I mean, look at what we're getting out of the offensive line, and everyone tried to, they smeared Butch Barry on the way out, and they're doing the same thing to Tyreek here. Remember, Tua's going to ruin to Tyreek. Tyreek said, a dick, blah, blah. Tyreek's not a good person, all this shit. And Tyreek's been, Tua and Tyreek is the best quarterback receiver combo in the NFL right now, and Tyreek he's playing better than he ever played with Patrick Mahomes. Say what you want.
The reason I remember, as soon as we traded for Tyreek, I remember some dude posted a picture of OBJ in a Browns uniform saying that's how Tyreek's career is gonna end. Yeah, bro. Tua, like, this offense with Tyreek and Tua is like, they're the best quarterback receiver duo in the league right now. I don't care what nobody says.
Let me tell you something. Can I tell you what I say, Barry? And I'm just like this. I don't know why. I enjoy what we have, but I think like this. I wish we would have drafted Tyreek. Imagine if we could have seen these guys for like 5 or 10 years together.
Yes, exactly.
They could have gone. I think they, at the rate they're at, they could have gone down as one of the greatest, if not the greatest duos of all time. And I'm not even exaggerating in what they've done in a year and a half together.
Just
Mark, how you feeling, bro? Sorry, Barry. Go ahead, and then Martin. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mark.
Barry, go ahead, Martin. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Barry. I'm good.
Nah, all I was gonna say is, like, you see how Mahomes developed with Tyreek as soon as he came into the league. Like, we could see exactly how Tua would have like progressed real fast as soon as he came into the league with like a receiver on Tyreek Hill's level instead of dudes like Albert Wilson and stuff. But yeah, go ahead, Martin.
Now, you stating facts, man, and I will say, man, there's been a lot of, talk here, talk there. Bottom line is the Miami Dolphins are 5-1. Let's just throw that out there. You know what I mean? might just be, in line to just completely take over the AFC, depending on how these next 3 games go, including another trap game called the New England Patriots. But for the most part, Tyreek Hill, same as usual, dominant. Tua played extremely well. Liam Eichenberg played a better game, cleaner game. There were moments where people had to kind of smack him upside the head once or twice, but for the most part, he stayed locked in. But overall, this was a good game. This was a good game because, again, going down 14-0, that's a little bit of that's a telltale sign that we didn't quite get off the bus at the same time. But the way I remember when Adam Thielen caught that last touchdown to go 14-0, the camera veered to Coach McDaniel and Tua, and both of them were smiling, like right, but fist bump, like all right, let's get it, So excuse me, that's a telltale sign, like nothing, no amount of adversity really phases these guys, man, and it's a testament, man, for the work that they put in, because only an elite level of preparation can create that type of confidence in yourself. That's just one thing you have to consider. And then also, I like to tip my hat to the defense because, out the gate, man, Carolina could do no wrong offensively. They were running the football, throwing the football with timing. I was like, yeah, bro, this looks like it's gonna be a long game. But Vic Fangio, buckled down. There's still some things to kind of tweak and fine tune, but overall, good game. Went on a 35-0 run there. But I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. This Philadelphia game is gonna be interesting because if there's one team that can kind of derail what we're trying to get accomplished, it's a team like Philadelphia that has no fear. They can go to San Francisco right now and still put up one of the fight. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of team that they have right there, man. They're built for it. Yep. So this is going to be one of those tests, man, that we're going to look at throughout the week. And I believe if Miami really takes this game seriously, they obviously you got to take every game seriously, but this one in particular, in the Eagles game, the preparation this week is going to be insane, and the expectation of what we're anticipated to do on Sunday Night Football, I might add, is going to be insane. So I'm just sitting back, relaxing, kicking back, and I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead and get it. And one last thing, Tyreek Hill has flourished in Miami. He was doing all types of stuff with Kansas City, but he is flourishing in Miami and has nobody has talked about Tyreek Hill the way that they're talking about him now. You know what I mean? As far as how dominant he's been. And you have to accredit that to the quarterback that's throwing him the football, because, again, there's certain throws that Tua makes to Tyreek Hill that Patrick Mahomes probably wouldn't attempt. You know what I mean? As far as the timing type of throws Tua's making in this offense. So, man, it was just a good game. It was a good game. It was a good week, and I hope we figure this thing out. Come this Eagles game. I hope we get a couple guys back. But I don't know. I'm hearing Jalen Ramsey might come back to practice next week, which is something I don't want to see just yet. I want him to get a full slate of help. So.
If we beat the Eagles, it's the champagne game, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I mean, like if we
hold on, the Eagles still undefeated?
They're the only undefeated. If we beat, we have a chance to defeat the undefeated team. We got to do it, whatever it takes. That's why they probably want to bring Ramsey back.
Yeah, I will say.
I'm joking about Ramsey. Sorry.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Yeah, but I will say though, like if we beat the Eagles, like in my opinion, like I feel like if we go 3-0 like the next couple weeks, man, oh boy, there's no stopping us. I think we're gonna be a real threat in the AFC. And honestly, Tyreek is a madman, bro. That guy is a madman, dude. He has speed, can run routes good. Like, the guy can do anything, bro. He can do anything. And Tua was just phenomenal. Like, he was good, man. I think Tua, honestly, will be the MVP. I'm not even kidding. He's playing at a high level right now with so much confidence in this team and how we're playing right now. I think we might even be Philly. Who knows? We'll see.
I think what you guys were saying about Tyreek, he's come to Miami and he's taking his game to an even bigger level than when he was at Kansas City.
Correct.
Which is phenomenal, really. And when you start talking about a wide receiver being in the MVP conversation, I mean, that's ridiculous. That hardly ever happens. I mean, the guy is he's just doing it all. To be up there with a chance of he's going to smash 2,000 yards barring injury. I just can't, only injury can stop him now. He'll get 2,000 yards. I thought Tua was quite comfortable today. I don't think he was really tested. I don't think, he was winning that game with a cigar. You know what I mean? It was just amazing, comfortable. So those two are definitely in the MVP conversation. Absolutely.
And Tua's comfortability is why I kind of tip my hat off to Eichenberg for not completely being a meltdown. You know what I mean? Like he kind of held his own. And obviously, Reason, when you watch the film, we're gonna see like what was it that was different this time around. Because the last time Eichenberg played, it was the worst offensive line play we've seen, and PFF graded it out to the worst offensive performance they've seen from a lineman in damn near since they started doing the metrics on this. So, something happened. Something happened. Somebody got into his head, thankfully, and somebody talked him out of it.
Bushberry.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Bushberry, kind of treated him like a little son or something. Like, hey, get it together.
This game ball goes to Bushberry. I'm like, Eichenberg did a good job. The only thing I'll give him, he didn't get none of his teammates hurt, bro. That's it.
That's a positive.
Thank God. Thank God.
One thing about that too is that it's a testament to the scheme, the offensive line game plan, the ability to make up for a center. I think if we had a true, real backup center, that would be an upgrade from Eichenberg. It shows that if Connor goes down and we have a real, true backup center, or Ike can somehow actually, this wasn't an anomaly and we weren't just making up for him, which could be the case. We'll see in the tape. But it's a testament that we didn't get, we were able to adjust. Whatever wasn't working right, we adjusted, and we'll see if Ike did it or if it was an adjustment. But either way, it's a fantastic story.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he looks good today, man. He looks really good. And I know a lot of people were saying that, Eichenberg's going to do terrible. He's going to do bad. He's going to do this. And I was telling people, like, bro, Bushberry's going to fix him, bro. And what did I say, bro? What did I say? He literally made Eichenberg look so good in this game. And now I get it. It was against a bad team, which I know. But still, that's progress from what he did versus Buffalo. That's better.
True. It's progress. Yeah. And even though we were missing out on Achane today, as far as just the type of runs that he probably could have broke off today, shout out to Raheem Mostert, man, for getting over 100 yards.
Raheem the Dream.
I mean, he literally it felt like he was taking over the game offensively because Tyreek Hill kept getting injured as far as cramps. Jalen Waller didn't necessarily want to catch the football today. We'll talk about that some other time. And he was like, you know what, give me the ball. And I mean, just gashing the defense with monster runs. And obviously he's like just around 200 plus pounds, but he runs like he's 220, man. That dude runs with a different type of power.
You can tell he put on a lot of like muscle weight and stuff. Like his contact balance is insane. Like he doesn't go down. Once he gets in like free, the first hit, he doesn't go down. He's gonna stay up and fight for extra yards. It's gonna take. He gets gang tackled a lot now. He's not going down easily.
Yeah. Ready to Raheem back, man. And the timing of this is what it is. Only because Achane just got hurt. And Hefe just got elevated back, to the active roster, and he's like, "Wait a minute, this is my opportunity to make sure I keep this RB1 job." You know what I mean? So, like he came out fierce today, man. I loved every minute of it. So
we have RB1 and RB1A. That's what they said today. We have two. we started out with the best two running. It was all about Tyreek and Waddle, right? And now we got RB1 and RB2. I mean,
Yep.
for real. And I'm glad to see the offensive play calling be more balanced now, man. Because last year we were entirely too heavy as far as just throwing the football. Now that we're getting over 150 yards rushing a game, bro, this completely transforms what we can do offensively to certain teams as far as play calling, play action, and play design. It's like, yo, this could be real wicked, man. Like as far as the most points scored in the season, the most yards racked up in the season, offensive efficiency in the red zone. We clearly have the most points scored in the 2-minute offense, like in the entire NFL. Like this is a machine right now, man. Now I just hope they really fine tune all that they need to fine tune, get all their players back. Armstead, Connor Williams, Hefe, HN. Let's bump up Chase Claypool to the red zone package. Like let's really open this thing up and like just smash teams, man. Like 40 plus points a game. Like it can be done. It's just a matter of buying in and getting everybody else.
Guys, smash that like button. There's like 370 of you in the room right now. We have like 127 likes, I think. Let's get up to 200 likes. Smash that like button. Go ahead, guys. Sorry, I had to jump in there.
No, that's
Go ahead. I was just going to say as well that it seems like every drive there's an explosive play. We get like an explosive play near enough every drive, which is either a deep bomb or a 25-yard run or something. And it's just the outside zone blocking is just working to perfection, isn't it? It's just absolutely. I mean, the running back that went off injured, Chris Brooks, mate, he took two guys out with one stiff arm, which was incredible.
Amazing.
I'm sure
he finished that run. Now he finished the run at the end, like still fighting for the extra yards, and he managed to stay in. That was a ridiculous run.
Yeah,
right.
And right, we're number one in rushing and passing yards as well now. I'm sure I heard that stat, but
and we're number one in 10 plus, 20 plus, and 50 plus plays, every category. I mean, we are number one. You just throw a dart at a category, and we're in the top 3.
Like reason we came this offense under Tua came a long way. We used to run RPOs with no run game, like heavy just to get the ball out. We was using Jalen Waddle like a Jarvis Landry type receiver, using him completely wrong. And now I remember reason saying it from day one. Get no matter what quarterback you draft, you got to give him an O-line, and then once you draft Tua works best when he has a run game to rely on. It opens up his game and his offensive game, and we see it now. Like, especially when we get H-Hand back with Mostert, and everybody gets healthy with Armstead, this offense can take another leap with the run game and the O-line being fully healthy.
Agreed. And just to follow off you, Joe, heading into this game, we led the NFL in 10-plus yard plays, 15-plus yard plays, 20-plus yard plays, 30-plus yard plays, 40-plus yard plays, and 50-plus yard plays. And what was incredible was heading into this game, we had 8 50-plus yard plays heading into this game. Then number 2 had 3. Like, you know what I mean?
You see on all our stats. I posted something on my little Facebook. Every stat, you look at like they go up 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, and then it's like 7.
Yeah. Dude, 15-plus yard plays. We had 62 15-plus yard plays heading into this week. Second place had 43.
Oh my God! Is Mike McDaniel the lead candidate for head coach of the year? You think that should be it?
Not even close.
Who will be a close second though? Who will be a close second?
Shanahan or the Eagles?
Okay, yeah. You're right.
Probably Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell.
I would go with Dan Campbell would be a good one, and also from the NFC, if they win and they sneak into the playoffs, bro. I mean, let's talk about it. You got to really think about the Arizona. You got to think about Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan Gannon is just thinking about Dobbs out here, bro. Like, and they're gonna trade Kyler Murray. Like, what's happening in Arizona right now? Bro, did you see Dobbs' big run today? And then at the end of it, he's like dancing and stuff. I'm like, what is happening in Arizona? Bro, you thought they'd get this. They're 1-4, but right now they're up 6-3 on the Rams. You thought you'd be getting the play out of Dobbs out of Kyler Murray.
Right. Right,
like,
man.
and every game they're in, it's not like they're getting blown out. Every game they're fighting.
You're right, bro. Like,
Right.
100%, dog.
He was the guy you couldn't even buy his own shirt in the club shop.
Man.
Because no one expected him to start, did they?
Bro, he looks like a skinnier version of, you remember Charlie Villanueva, the basketball player for look him up. Charlie Villanueva, the basketball player for the Raptors. Yeah, because they got that hairless thing and stuff like that rocking. Yeah. But I mean, that guy couldn't hack it in Pittsburgh, and now he's out here like, balling over here in Arizona. Like, what's happening?
I don't know what type of spell Jonathan Gannon put on his team, but these guys play with their hair on fire.
Bro,
and literally every game.
Like Jonathan Gannon, look how he looks. McDaniel, look how he looks. Look at how D'Amico Ryan.
Well, Jonathan Gannon was the DC with the.
No, I'm just talking about these young coaches. These young coaches coming out.
Yeah.
Look at all these young DCs that have. Young coordinators that have come out. Like D'Amico Ryans. Look at the Texans this year. Look at Jonathan Gannon with the Eagles. Look at what's his face with us. Obviously McDaniel. Like, all these you're getting a handful of coordinators over the last 2 years that are actually making successful leaps to coaching, not like getting washed out like a guy like Frank Reich. You know what I mean? Right.
They got the right recipe. They got the right blueprint of how to actually get it done.
How to win, man.
And they're doing it, man. With young players too, which is wild to me, because it's hard to get everybody on the same page like that.
Yeah, for real.
And with the Coaching of the Year award, if they weight how well you can get low-end players and make them do well, if they weight that high, then you're going to get Arizona. If they weight the fact that you are a super genius and you completely change the whole aspect of how the offensive scheme is considered to be run, then McDaniel will get it. So if they have a super genius award on a game-changing coach, he would win that hands down. It all just depends on the weighting.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you guys. How many people think Belichick's getting fired at the end of this year?
He has to lose GM. If they
the problem with the Patriots is Belichick is the GM more than being a coach. He can't draft offensive players. He can't.
Worst GM of the Year award.
Yeah. If the Patriots wind up firing this man, we gotta celebrate this as a day in history. Every year, every anniversary day.
I gotta say this though,
especially if he doesn't get Shula's record.
Carlos says we are breaking records. It has to be Mike McD, bro. I think it should be, but are we all forgetting when Xavier Howard had as many interceptions as he did and did not win Defensive Player of the Award? So I'm not holding my freaking breath here right now. Let's be honest with y'all.
Are you saying there's a vendetta out on the Miami Dolphins in public circles?
Like
I don't think anymore.
Laporta, Jason, Laporta was gone by the time we drafted Cam Smith, bro.
Yeah, if we had our first round pick, I think we probably would have taken Laporta. If our first round pick wasn't for
How good that kid is, eh? That kid's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's not.
Reason.
Yo.
Hey, what's it called? It's time to give Cam. This game should have been Cam Smith's game, bro.
Fangio just loved Eli, bro. I don't know.
Eli Apple, and you know what's crazy? He's getting cooked by like washed up receivers. Like we saw him get baked by Devontae Parker, bro. We all know he's not the same DVP. He's got baked by Darren Waller. Darren Waller is on a decline right now. He's getting baked by Adam Thielen and DJ Chark. Like, come on, bro. Like, oh my. I also say this too: the coverage we play, we give up a lot of soft coverage. I understand that, but it just looked like Eli Apple just rotisserie every time.
Yeah.
He'll make a play once in a while, but that's
Mac Jones, Whack Jones out here.
Crap Jones.
Yeah,
I think he's broken. I think he's broken in New England.
Bro, he missed that throw by like a quarter mile, bro. Like he threw it way to the left, to the right of the receiver, right to the safety.
He'll get
And
benched
then,
for like Cunningham.
and then it looks like Andrews got hurt on the play, the center.
Reason he's just trying to play his way to release. He wants off a sinking ship.
Bro, he missed Hunter Henry by like a quarter mile.
I remember the media was trying to paint him as the next heir apparent of Brady when he had that good rookie season. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, but remember last year for like 3 weeks, everyone thought Bailey Zappi was the answer in New England too.
Yup, exactly.
Man, I love these Buccaneers. Don't tell me these Buccaneers uniforms don't look freaking swagalicious.
They do. I think aren't the Eagles wearing their Kelly Green uniforms against us on Sunday night?
Are they? Are we wearing our?
I'm pretty sure. No, we're not.
Obviously.
But I don't know why. We only wear them once a year.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all, man. Let's go through some final thoughts. Let's start with British Fin Fan. You're up. Final thoughts. Martin just disappeared. Where you at, Martin? British Fin Fan, you're up. Final thoughts.
Yeah, I thought it was we started slow, but we knew that offense was not going to be kept off the scoreboard. So there was no panic. Good to see that there was no panic in the team. Got it going, got it together. Defense stepped it up again as well when needed to. Still play a little bit off and keep a lot of things in front of them, but we know that's the Fangio way. Yeah, I just thought it was a good comeback after being 2 scores down. I didn't think Tua was really troubled much today. I thought he had a pretty comfortable game. Tyreek was Mr. Amazing once again. I genuinely can't understand why NFL teams think they can go man coverage one-on-one with that guy. It's an absolute fool's gold. You just can't do that. He's just too good. Him and Tua click in the MVP conversation. Now we return to Philadelphia, so let's get some people back healthy. Let's get looking at the tape where we can improve. We're gonna have to bring his A game for Philadelphia, but I'd love to see that consistent play on both sides of the ball. And if we can do that against Philly, we've got a good chance of going 6-1. So fins up.
Everyone looking for Chris Brooks update. Mike McDaniel said at the podium that they're going to evaluate him further. He confirmed that they're thinking it's an ankle injury, and also Xavier Howard has a groin injury right now, and they're going to further evaluate that. But Xavier Howard does have a groin injury. He was missing some snaps in the second half there because of it. So he's going to give us an update as the week goes on. Robert, you're up, bro. Your final thoughts, man.
Happy to get the win. Happy to be 5-1. We saw a clean game from Tua. That was nice. Hate the injuries. Wish him a speedy recovery, and let's get it. Move on to Philly. Let's take that test and dominate it.
Yep. Bari, you're up. Final thoughts, man.
Yeah, man. 5-1 feels good. We just another day in the office for Tua, Tyreek, best wide receiver quarterback duo in the league. I don't care what nobody says. Tua, future MVP. Tyreek, offensive player of the year candidate, about to happen. And yeah, man, move on to a tough Philly team. The only thing I gotta say is for this team, especially going against Philly, D-line and O-line need to have the practice and game and preparation of their life for this game. If they can win the battle in the trenches, they can walk away with this win. But yeah, on next week, man.
Guys, the Dolphins are 5-1. Smash that like button. Joe, you're up. Final thoughts, man.
All right. I thought actually, I think I said everything I need to say. I think you've been letting me in, and I got it all out. I think that I was gonna say that when Ramsey comes back, X is an excellent player, and he does really good when there's a true one on the other side, because he's a ball hawk, and it gives him a chance to hawk the ball and not be the guy that has to chase the number one. So when Ramsey comes back, if his groin isn't as bad as it is, I expect to see X all of a sudden turn into more of the superstar you expect him to be, because because he's able to use his brain and his body at the same time to make those special plays. And so I hope his groin's better. That's why I froze up, because I was thinking, I don't know, but if his groin's good and we're able to do that, then. And one other thing is that as Dolphins fans, we don't want to think long term, and we don't want to think patience, and we don't have to, which is nice. But having the coaching staff that we have gives a comfort level that what we're seeing, we've seen so many flash in the pans as Dolphins fans, that to see something that you feel is truly sustainable, even for a longer term, is just a feeling I've never had, even as a fan since the 70s, since late 70s. I've just never really felt that. And so I really feel we're different.
Yep. Guys, thank you to all channel members and Patreon supporters. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm going to be live tomorrow for the recap show, so make sure you don't miss that at all. It's going to be a good one, that's for sure. So make sure you come through and you support tomorrow. Guys, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming through. Fins up, baby.